Hello guys, welcome back to my page today. If today is the first time you are coming across my page, please subscribe and share my video. When next time I come again, make sure you press that bell notification. If next time I drop video, you could be the first person when we say that thing go notify, then you go see any video when I go do again. So this fight when it did between Israel and Palestine, this fight don't they expand though. And now there are a lot of Arab countries, including Pakistan, where it be Muslim country, because Pakistan not be Arab country, but they speak like Indian people, but they are not Arab. Including them, they don't come out, they condemn what Israel don't do for Gaza, and the thing don't go higher. When we say the thing, we want turn to another state of emergency. When we say everything, when peace, all the whole area, when peace day before, and once he say this thing won't escalate to that area. So this video when they play for ground, so I go increase the volume for now so that make una hear about now see wetin dey happen concerning this issue. More than listen carefully. Not only that, a lot of countries, including Iran, Iraq, all of them, Syria, Pakistan, Afghanistan, all of them, they don't join together, including Iran, when we say be like say now they be the most powerful country for Middle East, plus Saudi Arabia. They don't join together. They don't condemn wetin Israel they do, and they talk say if wetin Israel they do, if e not stop, they go put hand for the whole issue. Make una watch this video. Make you drop your own opinion. Drop wetin you think concerning this issue for comment section. Thank you so much. Watch the video to the end.
So we begin tonight with some questions. Is the Muslim world finally coming together? Has the Palestinian cause united Islamic nations? Are they looking to join hands against Israel and its backer, the United States? Well, officially, most Islamic countries have refused to get drawn in the war. But the developments on ground in some Islamic nations tell a different story. We'll start with Egypt. Earlier today, there were anti-Israel protests in Egypt. They took place in the country's 9 governorates, as well as in several locations in its capital, Cairo. The demonstrators chanted pro-Palestine slogans and urged their government to take action against Israel. The timing of the protests is striking. They come right after a statement from Egypt's president, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. He recently blamed Israel for the Gaza hospital blast. Observers say the stance is somewhat uncharacteristic for Sisi, given how he's aligned himself with Israel in recent years. Well, that stance seems to be changing now. But the question is, why? Is it because of pro-Palestine sentiments in Egypt? Yes, says Sisi's critics. They're pointing at the upcoming presidential election in Egypt, an election in which a pro-Palestine stance could help the country's president in winning. And next up, we have the UAE. It's not witnessing any protests, but just 2 days back, it was among the first states to blame Israel for the bombing of a Gaza hospital. It has even requested an emergency UN Security Council meeting over Israel's alleged actions. This is highly unusual for the Sheikhdom, given how it has normalized ties with Israel in 2020. Next, we have Jordan. 2 days back, it cancelled a summit between US President Joe Biden, Egyptian government officials, and Palestinian leaders. The reason was the same: the alleged Israeli airstrike. Jordan's foreign minister, Eman Safadi, called it a massacre and accused Israel of pushing the region to the brink of the abyss. Next, we have Bahrain, another country which normalized ties with Israel after the 2020 Abraham Accords. It has also issued a statement against Israel expressing its condemnation and denunciation of what it called a quote-unquote Israeli bombing. What's worse are reports like these. An Indian origin doctor getting fired from a hospital in Bahrain. Why? Because he posted anti-Palestine tweets. The doctor in question was an internal medicine specialist at the Bahrain Royal Hospital. It has sacked the doctor from his post for posting content that was considered offensive to Bahrain society. Now let's talk about Saudi Arabia. Last week, it reportedly put plans of normalization of ties with Israel on the back burner. It also apparently initiated a rapid rethinking of its foreign policy amid the war. What's even more striking is how Saudi engagements with Iran have amplified. Reports say the hotline between Tehran and Riyadh is still active. Next up, we have Syria. On October 18th, a US Army base came under attack in Syria. Reports say 2 drones were shot down, while a third reached its target. A US military base in eastern Syria's Tanf region. Listen to this statement now by the Pentagon's press secretary.
Early yesterday morning, Syria time, October 18th, the Tanf garrison in Syria was targeted by 2 drones. U.S. and coalition forces engaged one drone, destroying it, while the other drone impacted the base, resulting in minor injuries to coalition forces.
The same day when a U.S. base in Syria was attacked, there was another attack in Iraq. Reports say drones and rockets struck at least 2 military bases housing American troops. Multiple blasts were also reported at other U.S. Army bases in the country. There's more. Look at these visuals now. They're from Baghdad. They show hundreds of supporters of Iranian-backed paramilitary groups. They were seen leaving for Iraq's main border crossing with Jordan. What for? To show their solidarity with Gaza and to call for an end to the blockade imposed by Israel. Listen in.
We are going today to claim victory for our people in Palestine and the house of God, Jerusalem, and to answer the calls of the Shia leadership body, the people and Arabs. We call all the people and Arabs to unite to lift the blockade on the Mujahideen. We condemn the brutal Zionists, the Jews, and the biggest devil, America, as they target children, destroy homes, and displace families.
There are protests in Pakistan too. On Thursday, hundreds of people marched through Pakistan's capital, Islamabad. Some of them even draped American and Israeli flags on the road and trampled over them. Interestingly, a video from Pakistan is now going viral. It shows Pakistani citizens spilling Coca-Cola on the streets. Why? Because they thought that Coca-Cola was an Israeli brand. Then in the United Kingdom, pro-Palestinian activists are apparently plotting attacks on defense manufacturers. A Times UK report states that these activists are seeking ways to target a defense electronics firm called Elbit Systems. The firm is a subsidiary of an Israeli company. How will these activists target this firm? By smashing its offices with sledgehammers, they say. And lastly, as I speak, a summit is underway in Saudi Arabia, a summit of the Gulf Cooperation Council Association of Southeast Asian nations. It's being held in Riyadh. Speaking at the summit, a number of Gulf leaders called for a ceasefire in the ongoing war. They also stressed on the need for the entry of humanitarian aid to Gaza.
The only way to end a cycle of violence is through a lasting resolution to the conflict. And I think we in the GCC are very satisfied that our brothers in ASEAN have adopted a position that is very, very important and positive.
So from Saudi Arabia to the UAE, from Jordan to Syria, from Egypt to Pakistan, almost every Islamic country is condemning Israel's actions. As the citizens of these countries stage widespread protests, the question is, what will the next move be? What kind of steps, if any, are these countries thinking about? Only time will tell. WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.